students, welcome to my channel once again. In our last video, we have discussed about how to represent irrational numbers on a number line. That means how to represent root 2 on a number line, root 3 on a number line, as well as root over 9.3 on a number line. Few questions were asked as doubts that whether we can represent root 2 plus root 3 on a number line itself. That means in one number line, if we draw root 2 plus root 3, that will be correct or not? The answer is yes, you can do. You can draw root 2 plus root 3 in one number line. But the thing is that what is the difference between doing in one and if we draw it in multiple number lines? Let us see. So root 2 plus root 3 on a number line. At first, draw a number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, from here, I will draw a straight line which forms 90 degree at 1. Okay. If this is 1 unit, this shall also be 1 unit. Is it not? It should be 1 unit also. Join them. This will be root 2. Draw it. So this is root 2. So this is root 2. Now root 3 if I want to draw extended, this should be 90 degree, and if this is 1 unit, this will be root over 3. That means if I draw it, I will get root 2 from here to here and root 3 from here to here. Okay. That means AB is equal to root 2 and AC is equal to root 3. AB is equal to root 2 and AC is equal to root 3. Now, you have said if we draw root 2 plus root 3 on a number line itself, then what we have to do? We will place the compass here and take measurement from here to here. Can you see? With the help of compass itself we have to do. Is it not? I am raising it little bit so that you understand more. This is the position of our compass. Is it not? This is from here to here it is root 2 and from here to here it is root 3. And what I will do, I will place the compass here and take measurement root 3. Then from here I will place my compass and draw an arc which measures root 3. That means from here to here it was root 2. Then I added root 3 here itself. So I will get root 2 plus root 3 in one number line itself. But in doing so, what happens? Our drawing becomes clumsy. Isn't it? If you see, it has become more, we have put more marks in one number line. So to avoid that, I have said that use multiple number line. That means first root 2, then root 3, then root 2 plus root 3. Then you will get a very neat and clean diagram. Is that clear? Okay. Second doubt. Now we will see second doubt that you all have asked. How to represent root over 5 points, say for example 8, 9 on a number line. Exactly the same question I am not going to do, little bit twist will be there. So 5.89 on the number line I have to draw. How can I draw? Simple. Draw a number line. Okay. Mark a point A. Name it as LM. Okay. A, B. Take the measurement to be as 5.89 is there, so we will round it off and we get how much? 5.9. Is it not? So we will be taking 5.9 here. Okay, but we will be writing here. We will be writing here how much? 5.89. 5.89. But we will be taking how much? 5.9. We will be taking 5.9, but we will be writing here 5.89. Next, what I will do? 1 more centimeter, isn't it? This will be 1. This will be 1. Now, since you have not asked me in my last video what is perpendicular bisector, so I am not going to explain it. I will draw here perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. I hope you remember how to draw perpendicular bisector. I don't think I have to show it once again. So here, somewhere here, it will be perpendicular bisector. Mark the point as x. If I mark the point as x here, and then I will place my compass here and pencil here. Where I will put my pencil? I will put my pencil here, and my compass should be, the point of my compass should be in x. Then I am showing you the position for your convenience. Okay. You can see, we will draw an arc starting from A and it should meet at C. It will meet at C. Draw it. Okay. Can you see? Right. Then from B, I will place the scale and draw a straight line perpendicular to LM. The line should be straight. Is that clear? Now, this line, this particular measurement, the measurement of this particular line will be root over 5.89. Is that clear? Mark it as E. Place the compass here and pencil here. Draw an arc. Okay, whatever point, wherever it will cut, mark it as BE. BE will be equal to 5.89, root over 5.89. Is that clear? Okay. I hope you will be able to do such kind of questions. One more thing which I have asked you all to know me, to let me know whether you want it to be shown in my video or not, and few of you have requested for it. So I will try to show it. Root over 9.3 exactly on a number line. That means where the markings will be properly put. That means 1, minus 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. In that manner, all the numbers will be put. Isn't it? Okay. So we will try to do it. But before that, the student, those who are not interacting with me via comments, I just want to ask you one thing. Is only getting marks, that means if you get only good marks, that is the criteria of a good student, or proper interaction with teachers is also one of the thing that we should keep in mind. So that is a questionable part. You should know that whether to be a good student, is it such that only you have to attend the classes regularly, do your homework, and that's over, and remaining quiet in the class? That is not the sign of a good student. Good student have good communication skills. So root over 9.3 on a number line, and I must really appreciate those students, those who have put their valuable comments, and even few of them have suggested me many things. I am absolutely appreciating them for their work. They have asked me doubts in the comment section, whether they are liking the video or not. These things, they are interacting with me, and I am very much grateful to them. So let us continue with this part. Root over 9.3. So 0 will be here, and from here -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. The drawing will become too big. -9, -10. Okay, and here it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. You will take in terms of centimeter. Mind it, okay? Otherwise, the drawing will become too big. Don't take in terms of inches. Take in terms of centimeter. Is that clear? So now I will try to represent it here. That means I will try to represent root over 9.3 here in the number line itself. So what I will do first, I will place my pencil here, where at 0. Okay, then 0 to 9.3 in the left hand side of your number line. That means in the negative section. Okay, that means 9.3 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here is your 9. So where will be 9.5? Exactly in the middle will be 9.5. I don't want 9.5. What do I want? I want 9.3. 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, 9.4. That means this particular line is 9.3. I am rubbing the other things, okay? 9.3 is here. 9.3. This one is 9.3. You can mark it here, 9.3 minus 9.3. Okay, from 9.3, 0 to 9.3 minus 9.3, and that 1 centimeter that we take extra is here, 0 to 1. Okay, so what we will do, I will try to find out the perpendicular bisector of from here to here, from this particular point to this particular point. Can you see? From 9.3 minus 9.3 to 1, I will try to find out the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. With the help of compass and scale, you will be doing. Okay. With the help of compass and scale, you will be doing. So where it will come? It will come somewhere here. How you will do? You will place the compass here. Okay. You will take radius more than half and draw an arc here as well as here. Is that clear? Repeat the same from here, from 1 and from 9.3 you will do. Okay. Repeat the same thing from here. You place the compass here and take the same radius that was more than half and cut the previous arc. Wherever they will cut, you have to join the points. Okay. This point is your x. Is that clear? This point is your x. Now place the compass here and take the radius from x to 9.3, from x to minus 9.3. Start drawing an arc which should end at 1. It will end at 1. When you will be drawing with the help of compass and compass and scale, you will get the exact measurement. Since I am doing by my hand, so you might find that the answer is not appropriate. But if you use compass and pencil, you will be getting the exact value. So is that clear till this much? Now, place the scale here at 0 and draw a straight line which should cut the arc. Which should cut the arc. It should be 90 degree. It should be 90 degree. So this particular part is root over 9.3. Now place the compass here. Place the compass here, and measurement should be from here to here. Is that clear? The pencil will be here and the compass will be here. Draw an arc. Root over 9.3, na? So it will be more than yes. Root over 9.3, so it will be more than 3 somewhere. Over here we will be getting. Let me see. Can you see? From here to here it will be root over 9.3. That means now we are representing root over 9.3 exactly on the number line. Is that clear? So you can do by any of the two methods. But I hope you will be doing this part again at home to understand it in a better way. Okay, I give you 1 minute to see. If you don't understand, then repeatedly see the video and try to understand this. Okay, this is a very interesting concept. You must know. Okay, let me rub. So root over 9.3 in both the ways we have seen, isn't it? We have seen in both the ways how can we represent root over 9.3 on a number line. We have seen that part, is it not? So if I give such question, root over 9.3 plus 2 root 2 plus 1, will you be able to do? Root over 9.3 plus 2 root 2 plus 1. So note it down, this question. You will try to solve it at home. If you can't, next video I will show it. If you can't, you have to tell me that you haven't understood this, how to do it. But there is a minute detail which you need to remember here while doing it. So let us see if you are able to do or not this particular question. So let us see how to represent 2 root 5 minus 1 on a number line. For that we have to draw a number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So by using spiral method I will try to represent them. So this is 90 degree. 1 unit, join them, root 2. Okay? 90 degree, 1 unit, join them. Don't do freehand drawing, okay? Try to use scale. Root 3, 90 degree, 1 unit, root 4, 90 degree, 1 unit, root 5. So this is my root 5. This is root 5. How much I want? 2 root 5. That means 2 times I will go. From here to here it is root 5. Isn't it? From here to here it is root 5. Place the compass here. Take the measurement root 5. Then place your compass here. Draw an arc. This is root 5. This is also root 5. Root 5 plus root 5. Root 5 plus root 5 is equal to 2 root 5. Is it not? Root 5 plus root 5 is equal to 2 root 5. Now, root 5 plus root 5 is equal to 2 root 5. What next? Minus 1. Which one is 1? From here to here it is 1. Isn't it? That means now you will place the compass. You will take measurement from 0 to 1. Place the compass here. Draw an arc in the opposite direction. Isn't it? This is 1. Don't draw this kind of braces. Okay. Just for the sake of understanding, I have drawn it. That means if we come back side, that means we are deducting. If we go front, that means we are adding, isn't it? So this is minus 1. So here to here, A, B, B, C, D. Okay, that means AB plus BC is equal to how much? AB plus BC is equal to root 5 plus root 5, isn't it? Minus DC. Minus DC. is equal to AB plus BC, root 5 plus root 5 minus BC, that means minus 1 is equal to 2 root 5 minus 1. Is it not? Isn't it? AB plus BC minus DC is equal to 2 root 5 minus 1. That means 2 root 5 minus 1, if we want to see which one will be A to D. Is it not? A to D will be 2 root 5 minus 1. Is that clear? Note it down. So from now you will be able to represent this kind of numbers also on a number line. So in this video I have tried to clarify the doubts that you have asked in the comment section. Future even if you have any kind of doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. I will surely try to see and read all the comments and try to solve it in my next video. So lastly we have discussed about simplification. Where there was irrational numbers also, isn't it? We have discussed about simplification. So I hope you are practicing enough for simplification. So there are much more complex questions related to this concept simplification. There are much more complex questions are there related to simplification, and I will try to do them in my later part. Okay, but for now we will take another part that is called rationalization of the denominator, or rationalizing the denominator. Rationalizing the denominator. So this is the today's concept that we will be discussing, rationalizing the denominator. But since today is the introductory class of rationalizing the denominator, so I will be discussing very simple questions related to this topic, and in my next part I will be discussing about the relatively complex question. The first question, let us see. It is from your NCERT book itself. 1 by root 7. If you see 1 by root 7 is in the denominator and 1 is in the numerator. And if you see carefully, root 7 is an irrational number, isn't it? Root 7 is an irrational number, and what is our today's part? Rationalizing the denominator. That means I will try to rationalize the denominator. Okay. Let us see how can we rationalize the denominator. Let me keep it here itself. Here I write the question once again, 1 by root 7. So 1 by root 7. If I multiply root 7 in both numerator and denominator, will the value change? No, it wouldn't. Why? Root 7 and root 7. Root 7 by root 7 is equal to 1. Is equal to 1 by root 7, isn't it? That means the value has not changed. We will not change the value. It will look different, but the value remains same. 1 by root 7 into root 7 by root 7 is equal to 1 into root 7 is equal to root 7. Root 7 into root 7 is equal to 7. How? In our previous part we have discussed how root 2 into root 2 is equal to 2. Root 5 into root 5 is equal to 5. Therefore root 7 into root 7 is equal to 7. Still once again I will be discussing. Root 7 into root 7 is equal to 7 to the power half into 7 to the power half is equal to, since the denominator is same and there is a multiplication symbol in the between, so what I will do, half plus half is equal to 2. We will take as common 1 plus 1, 2 by 2, 7 to the power 1 is equal to 7. That means root 7 into root 7 is equal to 7. Now if you see the denominator properly, this is a rational number. This is a rational number. That means root 7. Sorry, it was before root 7. Now I have converted into root. It was root 7, and now I have converted it into 7. That means it was previously irrational. Now I have converted it into rational. Is that clear? Few more questions I would like to discuss. Note it down. One more question. Let us note it down. 1 by root 7 minus root 6. 1 by root 7 minus root 6. Root 7 minus root 6. This is an irrational number. This is an irrational number. Irrational minus irrational. Always it is not irrational. Because root 7 minus root 7 is equal to how much? 0. 0 is not irrational. Isn't it? But here root 7 minus root 6 will be irrational. That means the denominator is irrational number. And I have to convert this 1 by root 7 minus root 6, which is an irrational number at the denominator. I have to convert it into rational number in the denominator. That means rationalizing the denominator. Let us see. 1 by root 7 minus root 6 is equal to. Okay, before doing this part, let us see one formula. Yes, a minus b into a plus b. Do you remember this formula? A minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. That means this is the formula for a square minus b square. If you see this particular part, 1 by root 7 minus root 6. If this is a, this can be b. Yes. I will try to convert this irrational denominator into a rational denominator using this formula. Let us see. If I multiply the denominator with root 7 plus root 6, okay, then am I able to show this in this form? Yes. But remember, whatever you are multiplying in the denominator, it should not change the value of the question. That means I will multiply with the same number at the numerator. Okay. Now if I multiply in this form, what will happen? This both will be cancelled and the remaining answer will be 1. That means the value has not changed. The value has not changed. Okay. Now 1 into root 7 plus root 6 is equal to root 7 plus root 6. This part, a minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square, which is equal to root 7 into root 7 is equal to 7 minus root 6 into root 6 is equal to 6. Is it not? Which is equal to 7 minus 1 is equal to 7 minus 6 is equal to 1 equals to root 7 is equal to root 7 plus root 6 by 1. If you don't even write, then also it is okay. That means now the denominator is rational. Is that clear? This question also belongs from your NCERT mathematics book. Okay. Note it down. One more question I would like to discuss. 1 by root 5 plus root 2. I don't think I should discuss this question because the previous question whatever I have done already belong to this category. Still there it was plus, there it was minus, here it is plus. So I will try to explain it once again. Is equal to 1 by root 5 plus root 2 into, with what I will multiply? I will multiply it with root 5 minus root 2. Since I have multiplied it with root 5 minus root 2, what I will do? I will put in the numerator once again root 5 minus root 2. Okay? Because now the value will not change. Isn't it? This will be cancelled and the value remains same. That means I have changed the look of the question to get the denominator as a rational number, but I have not changed the question. Okay, so it will be root 5 minus root 2. It will be root 5 square minus root 2 square. Root 5 minus root 2. Root 5 into root 5 is equal to 5. Root 2 into root 2 is equal to 2. So it will be root 5 minus root 2. 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. This is the required answer, and see, in the denominator it is rational. Note it down. We have almost come to the end of this chapter, that is chapter 1, number system, from your NCERT book. That means NCERT book, if you see all the videos that I have uploaded in my channel, if you have gone through all the videos, then what you will find that I have almost completed each and every part of NCERT book. But this is not enough for this chapter. This chapter, number system, has enough scope to practice, and there are enough questions which we can discuss. That means if I complete this chapter today from your NCERT book, from next day I will be doing extra questions. Okay. So the last part, that is exercise 1.6 of your NCERT book. Exercise 1.6 of your NCERT book, let us see. So you are asked to find 64 to the power half. So you have to find the value of 64 to the power half. Okay. What can we do? 64. Can I write 8 square? Yes, 8 into 8 is equal to 64. That means 8 square is equal to 64. That means 64, 8 into 8 is equal to 64. That means 8 square is equal to 64 to the power half. 8 to the power 2 to the power half is equal to 2 into 1 by 2. A to the power m to the power n is equal to a to the power m into n. We have got, is it not? So it will be 2 to cancel. 8 to the power 1 is equal to 8. One more question let us do. Let us try to do one more question. 9 to the power 3 by 2. 9 to the power 3 by 2. We have to solve it. 9 to the power 3 by 2. 9 means 3 square. Can I write? Isn't it? 9 means 3 square. So 3 to the power 3 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 3 to the power 2 into 3 by 2. 3 to the power 2 into 3 by 2. 2 to cancel. 3 to the power 3, that means 3 into 3 into 3 is equal to 27. 27. That means your required answer is 27. These are simple questions which we are doing. Next question. 2 to the power 2 by 3 dot means into 2 to the power 1 by 5. 2 to the power 1 by 5 is equal to 2 to the power 2 by 3 into 2 to the power 1 by 5 is equal to 2 to the power 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5. Is it? A to the power b into a to the power c is equal to a to the power b plus c. We can do the laws of exponent. Okay. 2 to the power 15. 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. 5 to the 10 plus 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. It will be 2 to the power 13 by 15. Since I have said that once I am over with NCERT book, I will be doing some additional questions. So let us try to see few additional questions. First, so these are little bit complex from the normal questions that are given in your NCERT book. Now NCERT is very much important to know in detail. Okay, after you know NCERT, because NCERT is the base book of your curriculum. If you know NCERT in a very proper manner, then that means for other questions, that means extra question, you can go for some of the references. So for the time being, I will be giving you most of the things here itself. So if you follow my channel properly and if you follow my video properly, you will be getting each and everything. You don't have to worry about anything regarding this syllabus. No need to worry, everything will be done here itself. Okay, let us take one example. 5 plus root 6 by 5 minus root 6. This is one of the question. 5 plus root 6, 5 minus root 6 into 5 plus root 6, 5 plus root 6. A minus b, a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. Isn't it? Yes or no? A minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. Okay. So it will be 5 square minus root 6 square. This will be 5 plus root 6 whole square. Isn't it? A plus b into a plus b is equal to a plus b whole square is equal to, what is the formula for a plus b whole square? It is a square plus twice ab plus b square. Isn't it? Same formula I will be using. 5 square plus 2 into 5 into root 6 plus root 6 square. Okay? 5 square is equal to 25 minus root 6 square is equal to 6 equals to 25 plus 2 5s are 10 root 6 plus root 6 into root 6 6. 25 minus 6 is equal to 19. 25 minus 6 is equal to 19. Now 25 plus 6 is equal to how much? 25 plus 6 is equal to 31 plus 10 root 6 by 19. This is your required answer. Today I will not be giving you any kind of home task. Only one question I have given, that if you can do, you try to solve it. Rather than that, whatever is being taught today, you will try to understand and note it down in your notebook. So we have learned how to rationalize the denominator. 2-3 questions we have done which are very simple, and one now we have done. So I will give you 2 to 3 questions which I hope you will like to try, because after learning something, if you don't try those things at home, then it feels that something is incomplete. So note down only 3 to 2 questions I will give. 2 questions I will be giving. Yeah, only 2 questions I will be giving. Note it down. Number 1. 7 plus 3 root 5 by 7 minus 3 root 5. This is one of the question. And number 2 is 1 by 7 plus 3 root 2. You have to rationalize the denominator. Is that clear? You have to rationalize the denominator. Note it down. This chapter is a never-ending chapter. If I try to show each and everything of this chapter, then many more classes will be required. But still, so few more things will be discussed in 2 or 3 more videos. And after that, I will be going with the next chapter. But doubts can be asked, and even revision classes will also be taken based on this concept. So one more thing that we are going to learn today is comparison. Comparison between two irrational numbers. So first number that I would like to take is 4√20 and 4√40. Out of the two, which is greater, you have to find it out. Which is greater? Out of the two, which is greater, you have to find it out. So how to find out? It is quite simple in this case. Here also it is 4 root. Here also it is 4 root. That means greater will remain greater and smaller will remain smaller. 4√40 is greater than 4√20. Now this was a very simple question, isn't it? Let us try with some different sort of questions. Little bit different. We will try to see. Little bit different. We will try to see. So in our next question, we have cube root 15 and 4√20, which is greater. You have to find it out. Cube root 15 and 4√20, and you have to find out which one is greater out of the two. So first step that you have to do is that you have to find out LCM of both the numbers. LCM of 3 and 4. It will be how much? It will be 12. It will be how much? It will be 12. Now, cube root 15, if I try to write in terms of 12 root without changing the meaning, how can I write? 12 root 15 to the power 4 if I write. See carefully. Cube root 15 is equal to 12 root 15 to the power 4. Does both the things same? Let us see. 15 to the power 4, cube root, 12 root means what? To the power 1 by 12, it is equal to 15. 4 into 1 by 12, it is equal to cube root 15. Isn't it? Okay. Then if we multiply 15 4 times, how much we will get? It is 50. I am noting down from the calculation which I have already done before. Okay. 50625. 50625. That means 12 root 15 to the power 4. 15 to the power 4 means 15 into 15 into 15. 15 into 15 into 15 into 15. 15 15s are 225 into 225 is equal to 50625. That means 15 to the power 4 is equal to 50625. Similarly, this one 4 root 20, can I write 12? If I write in terms of if I write in terms of 12, then it will be 20 to the power 3. Is it? How? 20 to the power 3. 20 to the power 3 to the power 12. 1 by 12 will be equal to 20. 3 into 1 by 12. 1 by 4. 4 root 20. Is it clear? Now 12 root 20 into 20 into 20 is equal to how much? 2 2 is a 4, 4 2 is a 8, 8000. Now from here and here, can we say which one is greater? Obviously, this one is greater. Obviously, this will be greater. 12 root 5050 6 to 5 will be greater than root of 12 root 8000. That means out of the two, which is greater? This one is greater than that one. That means cube root 15 is greater than 4 root 20. Note down this question. Questions related to this we will be discussing next day. So here only I would like to stop today, and next day we would like to learn something new more on this. So for today, thank you.